Yo, this your boy K now. And that's
Yo, what up, man? It's your man.
Yo, my name Ken. But I'm just gonna go with that.
so yeah, that intro didn't go like we had planned. Anyway, so
Get better with time.
this what a 2.5 year hiatus from talking about sports on Bro Lives.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, about 2.5 years hiatus. That's some shit right there.
Man,
Everybody, everybody hit the like button, because I still got my son's birthday decorations up. So if you're watching this, hit the like button. And if you hear my wife yelling at my son, that's because she obviously don't care that I'm doing a podcast right now. But
All the transparency.
yeah, all transparency. So we back talking sports. This first off, I gotta say, Ken, introduce yourself.
So my name is Kendra Gray. I'm normally known as Ken. Used to do radio, did a couple podcasts. Now I'm here. That's hey, glad I could be here. Talking sports. I knew y'all from way back, so hey,
yeah, I was about to say he ain't kind of modest. We ain't just go get him from a rando site or something like that. Like he's been a long time friend and everything like that. So it's like, like so y'all just gonna pick this guy up? Like, no, we know this man and he knows his sports. So
I think it's just a waiver wire.
So, what y'all want to talk about first? Y'all want to talk about the Bears, or do y'all want?
You want to start happy? You want to start depressed?
I think first all the way around, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
It's been a good week period for Chicago. I mean, we gonna always, but
I mean, it's been look. I don't know about y'all down south, but we didn't expect our boys to go that goddamn far. We got a new manager who used to be a player who ain't never coached in his life. They just did it just because half of the motherfucking team love him. And then we got one of our star players who is disgruntled about his contract and being still pissed off that we kept him in the minors for a whole week to keep a whole year of rights to him, which I don't understand how. It's a business. You should have knew that from the jump. And then we got our other best player on the team who was on the cover of the game. And you know how that shit works. So it's like
you on the cover, you just bound to lose the next year.
Yeah, so it's like,
cover curse.
Yeah, so it was good. It was good what we did, and like I'm not crazy. I know how I pitch it.
I just thought because of the records that I guess
right.
They don't always tell the tale, but just thought the records shown that we had a better chance than we did.
Yeah, you had a lot of hope.
I thought it was Miami, that's why. And I said, okay, it's Miami. This is a team that got beat down by 29 runs. They can't be this good. Then I looked at their pitching, and their pitching's actually really good.
Exactly.
And it don't mix when you got team with good pitching versus team with the lowest batting average going into the playoffs.
See, like we got around. We skated by this whole season off of defense and defense alone. But as I'm pretty sure if Jeff Scherzmanzala sees this video, he can agree with me. You can pitch your ass off. Oh, and Chris Sale, you can pitch your ass off. But if you don't get no run support, you still holding that L. You still gonna hold that L. Those are two notorious pitchers for both teams who pitched their ass off a nice portion of their career and got a whole bunch of L's behind it because we just didn't have no run support.
Yeah.
It's true.
So when they made it, I'm like, of course we had some people on Facebook like, man, Cubs fans been quiet all year. That's because Cubs fans, we really didn't give a fuck what was going on. Like the owner pissed us off any goddamn way because he went to that goddamn marquee app. I love my team. I'm not gonna pay $15, $20 just to watch just them games. Nah, I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. Uh, like I got Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus. I got too many subscribers. I can't do that. Now, if I
Yeah,
ain't
you
have
got
all
the
the
triple
other
threat as
stuff,
is.
man, you know. So nah. So, but with Hulu TV, I was able to watch it for free any goddamn way, so it didn't
I
matter.
mean, see, I
Yeah.
listened to the Dan Lebatard show, so none of them on that show, except for like one person, was rooting for Miami. They're like, we ain't winning. And it just so happens to be that one Miami person in the whole show who just said they may win this. And they talked to Sarah Spain from ESPN, who happens to be a Cubs fan. So they had some little bet going on, and she had to sing. Well, she had to sing like a rendition to "Go Cubs Go," but she had to put the Marlins version of it in.
Oh wow,
Ooh,
she
she took that
she did
big L.
so that one. That's disrespectful. You don't take no bet like that. Well,
Yeah, I guess I had to learn my lesson too. I took a bet of burpees again for the big
Oh,
in this game. 50. Uh, I bet against my coach. He is a Green Bay Packers fan, which is why I asked y'all prior to us, going to the show.
yeah, we
Do you
did that.
think the Packers are gonna lose tomorrow? So I'm kind of hoping they do because I don't feel like doing burpees. I'm prepared to do them, but I don't feel like doing them. So I'm hoping for a good outcome tomorrow. I couldn't believe we lost because that game was slow paced. It was not what I expected.
I
I
didn't realize it was gonna be at home.
I thought it was on the road too.
Yeah,
I could have sworn that game was supposed to be in Indianapolis.
I mean, I knew because Nick Foles goes at such a slow pace. I know he want to control the tempo of the game, but it just like nothing was rolling at all. It just nothing was rolling
I
until
mean,
like
look. So, as much as everyone was excited about Nick Foles taking over for Mr. Trubisky last week, y'all want to know what Nick Foles' starting record is in what his record is in his last five starts,
it
oh,
ain't good.
gosh,
including today?
he
He
been
0-5
Ugh.
side.
last five starts. So he's 0-5, and Mr. Trubisky, she actually won his last two. So I mean, it was a no decision for the last week, but
Yeah,
it's an asterisk right there. Like you did start, you do got over 100 yards, but you didn't finish. So it's like 0-5, and everybody thought, oh, he gonna open up the playbook. I knew it was gonna look a little bit different. I knew it was gonna look a little bit different, and I told one of my brothers, like, man, it's gonna be a completely different playbook. Now, granted that it kind of was, but then it kind of wasn't. The Bears rushed with Montgomery. The Bears had 12 rushes going into halftime.
ain't gonna get
Out of
it
those,
done.
out of those 12 rushes, 10 of them came in the first quarter. Only two of them came in the second. They
Mm.
didn't rush the ball
Mm-mm.
again until midway fourth quarter. Like I don't know if he understands, but you got to run the ball because if you're not running the ball, I'm just gonna keep my safeties deep. I'm just gonna keep the safeties deep.
Yep.
And as soon as you come in, I'm either gonna have my safety light your wide receiver up, or I'm gonna have my safety gonna have a chance of picking you off. And then they kept doing these RPOs. I'm not paying attention to no damn RPO. I know he ain't running. Like I know he ain't running, and y'all have not ran for over a whole quarter. So you're definitely gonna have to run on me 3, 4 times before I call a spy or anything. Which I don't think they spied on us at all today.
No.
I don't think it was a QB spy at all today. So I mean, you shot yourself in the foot, nigga. You played yourself.
Yeah, one dimensional. Like you can't win when you doing the same thing over and over and over. Montgomery just out there's like, yeah, you blocking. You'll get a run in, don't worry. You blocking, but you just exist out here for a little bit.
And then and then like when we lost, one of my brothers was like, watch out these excuses for uh Nick Foles come in. People,
Yeah.
oh, he didn't have the chemistry. You weren't saying he had chemistry last week when he threw 3 touchdowns in 5 fucking minutes. He was cooled in, right? So if he can do that then, why he can't do that for the whole game?
He just wasn't moving
Yep.
the ball like he was supposed to. I told, it's like I told my coach, and everybody kind of counted Indianapolis out, and I'm like, they got a great defense.
Yep, I was just gonna
Hold
mention
on,
that.
hold on, hold on, hold on,
Well,
hold on.
I'm not gonna say you might not feel that,
Hold
way, but
on.
they defense have been pretty good. I think it's
Their
gonna save them a
defense,
couple of games.
their defense has played and lost against Jacksonville Jaguars. They defense, they ain't played nobody. You can't say they had a good defense when they literally have not played anyone. Like they played Minnesota. I think Minnesota was their best team playing. They played Jacksonville, lost to them. Then they played the Jets, which if you can't beat the Jets, you need to go back to college. Then they played Minnesota. And if you let Minnesota throw all up over you, you need to go back to 101 because Kirk Cousins can't even hit a fucking question mark 2 feet in front of him to tell what kind of gender his baby is.
Damn,
So,
well, you beat me to that.
so like let's not say they got a great defense. Let's say that they've been solid over the past 3-4 weeks.
I take that.
I just say three
Yeah.
weeks because they let Garner Minshew whoop their ass. They let Garner
Yeah,
Minshew.
everybody did have the Minshew madness just because of that game.
Yep.
Man, they let Garner Minshew beat them. And matter of fact, go on, give your points, Ken.
Oh man, I looked at that game and it was slow. It just felt
Yeah,
it felt bad. Like the first possession the Colts had, that was like touchdown immediate. I was like, oh no, like we actually gonna have to score today. We gonna actually have to score early. And then
yeah.
I looked at halftime. I'm like, yeah, I was like, okay, we good. Like, it's still in reach. The game was still in reach. It stayed in reach, and then we just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they thought we was gonna get an overtime without actually having to score the points to force an overtime because they didn't start fucking playing until the last drive. I mean,
Yeah.
the defense, not gonna lie, the defense was not good at the beginning of the game, and I don't know. It seemed like I love the Chicago teams, but I can't stand the Chicago fans because no, seriously, because like I instantly go on Facebook and I look in all the groups and people are saying and on YouTube, people that I follow that do the little sports stuff on YouTube. Uh I go on there and I instantly see, man, Mac ain't been doing nothing. Mac this. They down in Mac and I'm like, well, Mac is actually like he's getting back there, but oh man, it only counts if he get back there and he do something. Okay, well, I want to see all of you motherfuckers go up against first a 320-pound guy blocking you, then getting chipped by a tight end and a running back and still make it to the court and still make it close to the quarterback in 3 seconds. Like he's going through a lot. Like Mac, it's a couple times. I don't know if they doing it or Mac just saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do what works. But Mac literally ran down the line today and stopped the running back a couple times. And someone said, oh well, he missed that one tackle when he had the running back dead to rights. He got away. He got a positive run. if you look at that play, Mac hand was on the inside of his pads. So what did Mac do? Mac did exactly what he was supposed to do. He let his ass go because that's a 15-yard penalty for a horse collar tackle. So either y'all want that running back to get the 4 yards that he got, or y'all want Mac to get a flag for a horse collar tackle. I take those fucking 4 yards any goddamn day of the week instead
Yeah.
of 15 because we just had a 15-yard penalty from Robert Quinn when he did the horse collar tackle. Like people, it's a lot of stuff that I've been seeing. Like that Mac been doing and Akeem Hicks been doing that don't show up on the sheets. Like you're not gonna show that. Okay, Mac forced this motherfucker to run the opposite way into somebody else's arms. You're not going to see that. They're not going to say, oh, well, Mac, technically, that should have been Mac's sack because Mac made him run straight towards Urban. And then we saw Urban, he ran away from Urban. And of course, Phillip Rivers can only run like point 0.5 miles an hour. So he got caught. you know,
Yeah.
but
I'd say we did pretty well in that game. As far as you look at the score, it wasn't that bad.
No.
It, on our side, we just wasn't effective. Like the one thing I give to Mitch is he connects with AR pretty well. Like that chemistry is there, and I was surprised that folks did not go to him as much in this game. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it was bad just from the start. There was not enough movement, wasn't enough energy for a game that I really thought we was gonna come out and just like full blast, just go hard. It just seemed like we was lackluster. Like there was nothing going on. There's not enough ball movement on the ground. Obviously, like I don't know what we really can do about that. It's either Nagy. I know people have been talking about him, and it might be true. Maybe he don't know what he's doing as much as I thought he did. Because it's just like the separation is not it's not good. It's not good. You can't go to a game through the air the whole game. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all. So
so he actually he actually let Nick Foles throw the ball 42 times.
Damn.
42 times to 17, no, 16 runs. One of them runs, two of them runs ain't really runs. It was Nick Foles running for his life. So those weren't even really runs. Nick Foles was 26 for 42, 249 yards, one touchdown. Well, no touchdowns, one interception. I'm not going to count that touchdown. I'm not going to count that touchdown.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So check it out. Check it out, right? So time of possession. Colts, 32 minutes, 28 seconds. Bears, 27 minutes, 32 seconds. Not not a real big difference. Total yards. Colts, 289. Bears, 269. Not a real big difference still, Passing yards. Colts, 186. Bears, 241. Okay. Rushing yards. Colts, 103. Bears, 28.
Ugh. Ain't gonna get it done.
that's something you can get in the first quarter and within the
That's
first
something you can get within
couple of
5
minutes.
runs. Okay. First downs. Colts, 18. Bears, 16. Penalties, 8 and 8. Turnover, Colts, none. Bears, 1. Sacks, 1 and 1. Total plays, 68 and 59. Now, I already know with me saying these stats like that, y'all know what Nagy probably thinking in his head. Oh,
Right.
if we was able to get more rushing yards, it'd be different.
Maybe we should just run the ball a little bit more, I guess.
Maybe we should have ran the ball a little bit. Hold on, and then I gotta speak to Charles Leno and Bobby Assy. I don't call him Massey. I call him Assy. These motherfuckers, two tackles, just can't hold on to their blocks for shit.
Yeah, Charles Leno. He
Charles
averages what, a
Leno,
penalty a game or two?
Charles Leno should have had on a Colts jersey. What's his name was in the backfield the whole game. Now, since you know you have a pass protection problem, because Leno been fucking up all year, I ain't gonna lie. Wouldn't it be better for you to have the quarterback that can run in the game?
Yeah, like that's where Mitch would have been better. Like if you under duress like that and you got a pocket quarterback, yeah, you gonna get hit. DeForest Buckner, I think he's the most underrated pass rusher in the league because no one really talks about him. And he's been known for a while. It's just when you got Khalil Mack, all these other dudes like
Right. Yeah,
the brothers,
they're gonna
Mack,
overshadow your name. So
I mean, let Bears fans tell it. Lil Mack ain't been doing shit because he ain't on the stat sheet.
I got something to say about that too.
Yeah, when you don't see him from his first year, I get why you would make that comparison, but you really don't know what you're saying. It's not gonna be the same after your most famous year is your first year in general. What you do afterwards, you might do something good, you might do a little bit better, but it's not gonna be as noticeable. So I know he's putting in the work. He's probably one of the ones that show up the most in a game, and he wants to win. You know that for a fact. That's why he went somewhere other than the Raiders because he wanted to win. So all those people, they don't really know what they're talking about.
See, they put Mack in that same category as Javanion Clowney. Clowney is a monster, is a defensive player. That dude stops the run and he gets to the quarterback. He just doesn't get the sack. He puts pressure on the QBs, but no one says he's productive because he doesn't get the sack on the quarterback.
Well, see, no one says he's productive because and I don't understand it, right? Well, I do understand it, but we ain't finna get into that. We can get into that on the Bro Lives radio show. But the thing with Clowney, since I always mess up his first name, the thing with that is him and TJ Watt got the same problem. Or JJ Watt, I mean. Whichever one of the goddamn.
There's too many damn Watts in the damn system.
Exactly. I'm like, come on. Both of them got J's. But anyway, both of them will be doing fantastic and then get injured. Like that's his main. That's one of the main things. The reasons why I feel that he don't get the credit that he actually deserves because it's like you'll be killing for 3-4 games and then you'll sit 2 out. And then you'll kill for another 2 games and sit 3 out. It's like, yeah, he had played a couple full seasons, but you're often injured more than you're playing. So, and that's one of the reasons why he thought he was going to get $20+ million this year, but he only got 12. You know, like that's the reason why he in the boat that he's in. And he just can't see it, and he think his agents aren't doing good, but they did pretty goddamn good to get you $12 million. Because I would have offered his ass 8. I'm just saying that's me, you know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. But I saw Mac and I saw Quinn today, and I saw Akeem Hicks today doing a lot of shit that not gonna show up on the paper. Now, if you sit down and you just rewatch the game and you see how the game went, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. How Mac made a motherfucker. They saw him like, oh, I'm going this way. Like now if you do your job on the other side, Mingo, Trevathan, and stop the goddamn person from getting through, then it's different. But because it seemed like Khalil Mack is always trailing the play, that's technically his job to make the person go the other way. When you got one person on that side of the field, and that one person alone can force a motherfucker to run towards 9 people, and them 9 people don't do their job, how can you blame that on that one person? Like
Yeah,
that's who he's running from. The other 9 that he's running toward need to make the tackle.
yeah. Um, I don't. We some Bears fans are fickle. So
But ain't
yeah,
nobody saying nothing about Patty Cake Fuller. Keep on getting those fucking pass
yeah.
interference calls.
He was
God
not
Yeah.
great this game either. Sometimes I think I don't know.
Ty got the best of him. That was like the game Ty needed to get himself going because he ain't no his nickname the Ghost and it lived up for the first 3 weeks because ain't nobody know he's on the coast still.
Yeah,
Like,
Hey,
ain't
I did.
nobody know that dude was on the coast because he ain't had no yards. He barely had catches. And then he had this game where, he got interfered a lot with Fuller.
Yeah.
yeah,
And of course, Philip Rivers, he attacked the rookie a couple times, but he was successful. But it seemed like people ain't attacking the rookie as much. They going over there to Kyle Fuller. And he doing decent. It's just he getting those pass interferences, and then God help me if Buster Screen give up another motherfucking 15-yard pass down the middle. I'm gonna pull the little hair that I do have out my head. I don't understand why he keep getting the nod up over Duke Shelley. Like, let Duke Shelley play. Duke Shelley seemed like he good.
Man, today's game just felt like I don't know if y'all remember how the Rams were right before they went to LA, where they had that good defensive line, but they didn't have no type of offense with Sam Bradford or anybody.
Yeah, that's when
That's
Quinn was
exactly
on
what
the
this team
squad.
is.
That's when Robert Quinn was with the
Robert Quinn, a rookie. They had a rookie Aaron Donald, Chris Long. That was the most feared defensive line for like a good year, and they had no scoring. Yeah, they had nobody scoring on offense though. That was the problem. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, but we got a quarterback guru as a head coach.
that's all I gonna say about that one. Because I just thought we would have more movement. Like I told people, I think Foles is like a short down type of QB. He don't really do the long ball. But I really thought he would still move the ball. Like I just thought it would be better today. I thought I would see a
Yeah,
lot more production out of everybody because we don't want to be the team where you got 2 minutes left on every clock and we go crazy. Like it's just like we unleash the beast and so, like come on man, like let's do this at the start of the game. Where was all this at the beginning? How hard is it to make this happen consistently? It's
You want to know why? You
we
want to know?
always get when we're down and there's only a couple of minutes left in this game. Kind of tired of seeing that.
You want to know why? You want to know why it's like that? Because your head coach want to get cute and bring in a first round pick wide receiver who ain't never lived up to his first round pick wide receiver. You want to throw him in the backfield and run to the strong side. Out of all sides, you want to run to the strong side of the motherfucking line when you got a running back who, if I'm not mistaken, he broke what? like 20 something. He only touched the ball a couple times, but he got like 20 some motherfucking broken tackles today. But you want to give it to Cordell Patterson. Yeah.
Oh
Sometimes
man.
Nagy get a little bit too cute. And I
College.
want to know. I want to know why the fuck did we draft Kermit the Frog if we ain't gonna use him? Like he was the best tight end in the draft. We get him in the second round, and we have only thrown the ball to Kermit twice that I remember. What the fuck you got him for?
Because this team doesn't know how to use tight ends. We could draft first, second round tight ends all we want. The thing is, once we get them on the field, we don't know what the fuck to do with them. Because we did that with Shaheen, and I mean Shaheen ain't that great, but I mean look, we got
He
him
won
through
the
the first,
second
second round.
round. Look. Of course, once you put that C on your head, I'm gonna support you to that C not on your head. But Shaheen won the second round tight end. He wasn't even a fifth round tight end. But you could have utilized that big ass 6'7" frame. Shit, they want to take Rashad Coward from the defensive line and put him on the offensive line. I think you could have made motherfucking Shaheen a tackle. He probably would have been better than Leno and Massey. Shit.
I don't know. Oh,
I,
you know
I hope we work it out. That's the almost every week thing. Like I don't know. We gonna get.
well, you know who we play. You know who we play next, right?
Yeah, I know who we play next, man.
And look who played good today too.
Yeah, he threw
Hey, look,
five
That
touchdowns.
was a crazy game. That was one to watch, man.
He threw 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, the Bucks all of a sudden.
You said what?
The Bucks all of a sudden look like a team. Damn, it was a good game too.
Yeah, because Bruce
Yeah,
Arians
they
got out of
got the
Bruce Arians got out of his own goddamn way, which Nagy seemed like he's not gonna do. I'm just waiting for.
Well, I mean, what can you do?
I'm just waiting for everybody to get fired at the end of the season.
Yeah.
That's why I believe Atlanta gonna beat these guys tomorrow. Because if they don't, somebody getting fired.
That night.
I'm gonna put it like this.
Somebody
You
I'm gonna
see
put it like this. They're gonna fire Ryan Pace too. But I think they should fire the whole front office. George McCaskey, whatever number he is, Ted Phillips, Ryan Pace, and Nagy. If you gonna let them, if you gonna fire them, you damn sure need to fire yourself as an owner, and you need to fire your best friend because y'all was there during every fucking decision, every decision.
Yeah,
Like
true.
Mhm.
y'all cannot say, "Oh well, we gave Ryan Pace the keys to the Lamborghini and let him just drive around town." No, motherfucker. Y'all, he had a Lamborghini. Y'all made him go and get the truck so y'all can be in the back seat with him the whole goddamn time. So when I heard that I think his name, yeah, George McCaskey. When I heard that he had Mitch set up the little secret dinner arrangement, what the fuck is you there for? You're not no scout. Why is you at this meeting? Why is you and Ted Phillips at this meeting? Like, shouldn't it be just the GM and the head coach? But you got the executive vice president and the player person, and it don't make no sense. So I mean, they're in their own way, and we won't win a championship until they're gone, until they get out of their way, because it's something that speaks volumes to me when you can look at Ryan Pace as a whole. Like Ryan Pace as a whole, since he's been with the team, what draft picks don't you like of Ryan Pace?
Ooh. QB. That's a good start.
Okay.
That's a good start.
Okay, Mitch Trubisky.
Seems like the late round picks are the better ones.
And that's what I'm getting to. So when you look at it, Kevin White, Mitch Trubisky,
Oh fuck, I forgot about him.
Leonard Floyd, and Roquan has all been his
Damn.
first round picks.
I
Those
forgot
have
about
been his.
White.
Those have been his
Trash.
first round picks. Those have
White
been
was hella.
those been his first round picks. So the only one that's been working out is Roquan, right? But when you look at it, it's like I was talking to my brother earlier. We was talking about Mitch, and if the difference if we would have picked Mitch over Deshaun Watson, right? I told him, like, to be honest, anywhere it go, whoever we drafted, because we drafted them in the top three, no matter if it was third or if it was second, we drafted him in the top three. He's a shiny new toy, and it's a quarterback. Something we have not had since Jim Miller, and be successful anyway. And he was going to get in regardless after that 5 touchdown performance that Mike Glennon threw for Tampa Bay. You remember he had the Bears uniform on, but he was throwing touchdowns to Tampa Bay. He wasn't even throwing touchdowns when he was in Tampa Bay, but he was throwing touchdowns when he was in Chicago to Tampa Bay. But that next week, regard if it was Deshaun, if it was Pat, or if it was Mitch, that quarterback was going to start that next week. I don't care who it was. It could have been Bamboo Frank from the corner store. He was going to start that next Sunday. Like he was going to start. So I think that when the draft was coming along, I had sent a text message in our group, and I was like, man, I like this kid. He can develop into something nice. And it was Mitch. So I'm like, I looked at the Deshaun Watson. I'm like, red flag to me was you already had an ACL tear and something with your MCL. So that's a red flag. And plus, I know how brutal Chicago is. So it's like the first time he go down with an injury, they're like, oh, well, he had injuries in college, which he did go down with an injury, and that's exactly what they would have said. I wasn't even thinking about Pat Mahomes because Pat Mahomes was compared to Jay Cutler coming up out of college, and I saw some of his film, and it was exactly kind of like Jay Cutler. This motherfucker, he just over believed in his arm at times.
Mm.
So I woke up. I got on the Jamal Adams train. Then I woke up the day of the draft, and I was reading shit, going down the line, and I'm like, these motherfuckers finna draft a quarterback. And I text my brother, I'm like, some tell me they finna draft a quarterback today, bro. He's like, man, I thought you said you wanted Adams. I'm like, it ain't what I want. Like, I'm not the one in the fucking war room right now. It ain't what I want. I think they finna draft a quarterback. And Lord behold, they said Mitch Trubisky. I was like, yeah, well, he a Bear, so I'm going to support him. But
and traded up to get him at that.
I mean,
I don't think he's bad. I don't think Mitch is bad, but
I don't think trading up to a 2 to
his
get him was
game.
worth it.
I don't see. Everybody say that San Francisco bamboozled us. I don't think they did. I think other teams was real high on Mitch Trubisky. Of course, they're not going to come out and say it now, but I think other teams were high on Trubisky. So it's like Trubisky, of course. I mean, who didn't know that Mitch Trubisky was going to suck while John Fox was here? You just look at all the John Fox quarterbacks since he's been the fucking head coach. They all suck. So, Of course, he gonna suck that rookie year. We didn't even have an offensive. I don't even remember who the offense coordinator was, let alone if we had one.
I
Uh,
remember. You
who?
gonna laugh? Adam Gase.
No, Adam Gase left Jay Cutler last year.
Wait, I thought he was there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Adam
he
Gase,
took the
yeah, Adam
Dolphins
Gase
job.
took the Dolphins job. Adam Gase took the
He took a
Dolphins.
worse job for an even worse job after that.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. So I'm like, well, then they come in with Matt Nagy. I'm like, oh well, maybe he could do something. And then he keep like for him to be a head coach that always tell his players to be you. He always trying to be Andy Reid. Like when is Nagy gonna be Nagy? Because right now Nagy is being Andy Reid all the fucking time. Like you compare yourself to what he do and all of that. I don't think he go through a complete press conference without referring to his time with Andy Reid. Do we?
He's part of that big ass coaching tree from Andy Reid, so it ain't too surprising.
Yeah, but I don't hear Doug Peterson and Frank
Ain't
Reich
winning like
talking about Andy Reid.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't hear them talking about how they still text Andy Reid and all that shit. I don't hear that. Like I think he overdo it with the whole Andy Reid being a mentor shit. Like,
Well, if you gonna refer to Andy Reid, maybe he could tell you to run a damn ball more. You having trouble? It looks like you're having trouble out there. Maybe we want to run the ball more. I think that would be wise coming from Andy Reid. Okay, something like that. Maybe we get Andy Reid to tweet him to run the ball more. I don't know.
man, I'm just saying, then
To look at that Andy Reid win from the Ravens. What did they do? They had a mixture. They ran the ball and they also threw the ball. I don't know. Maybe that'll work. Let's just try it. Let's just try it this next game.
I mean, Andy Reid also do have uh the cheetah. He also do have Sammy Watkins. He also have
I get it.
Hogan.
The slightly less crazy
I'm not
Kelsey.
saying that we're on the same level, but we do have players.
We
We do
have
have
We do.
script.
player. We have Allen Robinson and Jimmy Graham. That's who we have because we
Oh,
don't use we
Tony
don't
turned
use
out to be a pretty solid.
we don't use David Montgomery enough for us to really be talking about him like that in the game because he don't use him enough.
That's the issue. Don't use them enough.
I mean,
Yep.
he don't even use him enough in the passing game. Like I do give Nick Foles the credit today for a couple of those check downs. If it was Mitch, I don't think he'd get checked down. I think it's either a fucking sack or a scramble. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but uh had said Sean McVay had said a couple years ago, huh?
Sorry, I was watching the game. Uh, Philly finally won.
That game was a lot more exciting than I thought it'd be at the end.
Yeah, at the end. It sucks we had to watch all four into it first.
Well,
But he had to switch quarterbacks twice.
but uh Sean McVay said that what he used to do with I don't know his goddamn name, Buddy and golf. What he used to do for golf was he would always give golf two. I think he said two plays. So the play that they chose to run, the other play is for the next time. So the coach can talk through the headset all the way up to 15 seconds. After 15 seconds, it's cut off. So when they're up at the line at 22 seconds, like he's reading the defense for him and he's telling him all the way up to 15 seconds, like, hey, it's going to be a blitz coming up off of the right and all that stuff, right?
Mm.
Why Nagy ain't smart enough to do that shit?
Tony Romo does it better, and he's announcing. That dude just be reading defenses, and nobody knows what's going on except for him.
Man, this motherfucker, he a better announcer than he was a quarterback. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. He a better announcer / head coach because he gonna take a head coaching job and he's gonna get it. He's better at that than he is at playing.
He ran off Phil Simms, so
I don't know.
Be for the Bears.
Hey, right now, shit. Hey,
no, the Jets. He gonna hit the Jets for anything. Because let's be honest, Gates is about to get fired. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
No, but see, check it out though. They came out and they said they ain't gonna fire him. They gonna stick with your boy Gates.
I guess if you're gonna have a terrible season, might as well just have a terrible season.
Like, hey, we got a losing mentality. Let's get this first pick.
You right. You know they finna go for Trevor Lawrence and they gonna trade Sam Darnold to I was finna say Bradford Darnold to us, and we're gonna take him and all the fans gonna be like, oh yeah, he had more college games than Mitch and this and that and
Wait, you serious?
yeah,
That's a rumor that's been going out. Yeah,
Why
and
would
the Patriots supposedly been talking about Trubisky.
Why would we do that? What is he gonna bring here besides those?
He's going. Hey, you know what? I don't know if y'all look, man. I love this movie, right? I love The Incredibles. Do y'all remember the little villain on The Incredibles, the first movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't Darnold look like him? I really. That's kind of why I like Darnold, like because he looked like Buddy from The Incredibles. Like, hey, won't you gonna bring out your little toys with your little remote?
Yeah, he take L's just like him too.
No, I think he take L's. I think he take L's a little bit better. He take L's a little bit better. But hey,
look at the Jets. He's taking L's all over the place.
Man, the Jets is just look, man. The Jets need to move to Toronto.
That was like the best.
Going on to be the first Canadian
game they had this past Thursday. Probably was the best game they had the whole season.
Yes.
This season, I think.
Hey,
I mean, because I think Darnold is more of a Matt Nagy type of quarterback.
Well, I don't know. They line ain't that good. So maybe that's the issue. Because I noticed when you have a better offensive and defensive line, a lot of different things open up for you. You know what I'm saying? So, which like the Cowboys, some of the offensive line is still injured, but
what about them Cowboys?
It's still pretty good. So I'm just wondering why they don't move the ball.
Yeah, look. First off, you want to know why the Cowboys ain't won nothing? Because they fired Jimmy Johnson after he won that Super Bowl.
Yep.
They ain't had no motherfucking success ever since they fired Jimmy Johnson after he won the Super Bowl.
They
Jerry
got that
Jones,
one last one, and that was
Jerry Jones is gonna have to come out and publicly apologize to that man before that curse is lifted off his team.
They ain't gonna do that.
So he will forever not have a good team because it's like we see it at Garrett. I mean, Garrett wasn't blowing leads like this. The Garrett team wasn't blowing leads like this. Like, and I can already hear right now when it's time, when the season is over and Dak won another contract. Look at his yards. He's throwing for 500 yards in games and everything, but it's in garbage time, and you still holding that goddamn L. So
that was garbage time today. That was still a game.
Yep.
That was definitely still a game.
Yo, and then for this
Turned into garbage time right after Odell did that last touchdown. That's when it turns like, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, yo, defense, how do you call a play where everyone on your defense run to one side of the field?
Yeah.
It seemed like everybody on that defense, well, I understand why. They followed the running back. But come on now, you're in the NFL. You should know everybody shouldn't follow the goddamn mouse. Sometimes the cheese is still in the motherfucking quarterback hand. Like, and for Alden Smith to miss that tackle, it was like once he missed that tackle and he turned around, I could see his body language say shit.
He tried though. I give him
He
the
didn't
credit.
see no motherfucking Dallas Cowboy defenders.
The funny thing is, he's had a good season so far too. That's the funny part.
I mean, yeah, when you took off 3 years because you couldn't stop smoking weed.
Yeah, that's right. He was hurt, and you're right.
It wasn't hurt. He just couldn't stop smoking weed.
Was he the one who had that really nasty knee injury when he was on the 49ers? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I could have sworn it was him. This is back when
I don't know if
Johnson
he had a knee injury. I know he had a real bad injury, but I don't think it was a knee injury. Yeah, I don't think it was a knee injury.
It was some nasty injury he got early in his career.
Man, look, I know I got a friend, he a big time San Francisco fan. And he gonna hate me when I say this. But I lost respect for that organization when Patrick Willis just upped and retired and didn't give a fucking reason why, and he was in his prime.
Man, everybody doing it now. I mean, like he started some. Well, no, Calvin Johnson started it.
Well, no, Calvin Johnson didn't start anything. Calvin Johnson had a reason to why he fucking retired. He was on the Detroit Lions. But
that'll make anyone retire. Well, yeah, Barry Sanders.
Exactly. I mean, I think our Lincoln Park High School team can beat the Detroit Lions, to be honest. Like the 06 squad, I think we can beat the Detroit Lions. Like real shit. That's just me.
It's been a day.
We got 2 games tomorrow.
Yeah, that can't look, man. How do y'all feel about this COVID shit? When a team catches it to the point where the Tennessee game is already postponed. Like this is their bye week. This is their bye week.
Why everybody on the teams that I have in fantasy got to catch it. And
yeah, I had a few players too.
I gotta go against a guy that
I'm COVID free over here, but I still can't catch a win.
I'm like, man, what's going on here? Why these Green Bay Packers, which they say COVID is heavy down there, why ain't none of these ones getting this? No, I don't want nobody to get no COVID, but I'm just saying, help me out a little bit.
So I feel that if the players on your team are in their families, because it's also their family members, if the players and the families on your team are irresponsible enough to not follow the COVID guideline rules, cover your face, wash your hands, which we was told how to wash our hands when I was in Sojourner Truth. We wash your hands, touch something, wash your hands. But that's neither here nor there. I feel that if your team disregard that shit and 18 people test positive COVID, 18 out of a 55-man player roster and 30 coaches, 18 people, I think you should be forced to forfeit that game and the other team win. Like I thought it was complete bullshit this year when the St. Louis Cardinals couldn't play for a month and then everybody had to make up them games. That was pure bullshit. Like it's already a condensed season.
Yep.
So you're playing way more than you're supposed to. Then you force teams to make up games because one team failed to do what the fuck they were supposed to do. That's not our fault. Like Pittsburgh should have automatically been given that dub
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were
and
saying.
going on and move on. Like Tennessee, you just got to take that L.
I'm
I
honestly
mean, I
surprised the
don't even
Saints
think
game played.
was it the main players winning like I
It
don't
don't
want
matter. It was
to
18 out of 55. It was some coaches mixed into there, but still, that's a lot of fucking people. So you mean to tell me that them 18 motherfuckers had to been around other motherfucking people?
Mhm.
Y'all took the same goddamn route home.
Yep.
Y'all not traveling to these games in y'all own personal cars. Y'all either on the bus or y'all on the plane. So, and it's worse when you're on a plane because all that air is just being recycled through a filter. So, I don't know, man. I think they should have just hit.
I'm surprised they letting the Patriots play tomorrow. That I thought was gonna be.
Yeah,
Well, I think with the
I
Patriots,
think that's just
it was
something
only
against
Cam
Cam.
Newton.
I ain't
It
gonna
was
say.
only Cam. I think
Yeah, but
that's why.
it's something against Cam. Like they not a fan of him.
Well, no, it's not. I don't think it's that. I think it's because Cam Newton was the only one who tested positive. Now, if it was multiple people who tested positive, I think they would have postponed that game too. But
Mhm.
it was only one. So
I mean, I'm not too mad at it because that means I could go and put my homes where he was at and hopefully pull off this victory. But yeah, it
no,
is easy. I think
Stephon
you
Gilmore
know,
gonna get 2 picks on his ass.
why you always got down somebody can you know
Who's
what
the
I'm saying?
backup anyway? Because I know Cam ain't playing. Who's the backup?
Uh,
Or
Bill Belichick.
oh man, I
I ain't
think
thinking about that. I'm like, who the hell is their
No,
backup?
like literally, y'all didn't see today earlier when they were showing they showed Aaron Rodgers versus and Matt Ryan standing back to back holding the thing. Then they showed Pat Mahomes, and the person that was standing back to back with Pat Mahomes was Bill Belichick. Like literally, it was Bill Belichick. So like, I guess he the one who.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you who their backup is. I think.
it's Hoyer or
Yeah, I was about to say Brian Hoyer.
I know
No, they drafted somebody. They drafted
they
somebody.
drafted a QB that they wanted to try out, but you know Cam was obviously the better fit.
Yeah, but he's still on the team though.
Yeah, so I think they probably go with the new guy and see what he got.
Yeah, I mean, you playing Kansas City, who just lit up the Ravens, so it's like you may as well just take the L and just see what he can do.
I mean, but see, come on now. Like,
Hey, he might have a Herbert game. He might
how
have one.
many of these no name fucking players? Oh, Jared Statham.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Justin Herbert didn't do bad against the Chiefs, so maybe they hoping the same thing happens in this game.
Boy, Justin Herbert lit their ass up for a nice little minute. Boy, he almost
That's
came
what
out
I'm
with that
saying.
win.
So maybe they might get
Almost
lucky.
came out with that win. If his coach wasn't a dumbass and didn't punt the ball off, motherfucker, it's
I thought he had
overtime.
another win.
It's overtime. Go for it, motherfucker. Anyway, go. If the other team get the ball back, you're fucked.
right.
Like, go for it. I never understood punt in overtime. Like, I don't give a fuck if I'm fourth and motherfucking 44. I'm gonna throw that motherfucker. Like, y'all gonna have to take that motherfucker from wherever because it's overtime. Now I can see if it's regular,
Regular game, yeah.
the regular game, within the 4 quarters. But overtime, nah, y'all not getting this bitch back. Y'all not getting it back unless y'all force me to get this motherfucker back. Fuck all that.
It's gonna be weird tomorrow because now you got 2 games going on basically at the same time at some point,
Right.
and you got other shit on. Like I bet every other network who got primetime Monday shit going is pissed as fuck about that. WWE is pissed, I bet, because they show already's garbage, and then that happens.
Say what show?
They're like, man, that show already ain't that good, but now we got 2 football games.
What show? What show?
WWE Raw, I think. Yeah, Monday.
Oh,
Yeah, Monday Night Raw.
Hey,
They show apparently ain't
got
that good
the
to begin with.
motherfucking thing on.
Apparently they show ain't that great to begin with. Now they got to deal with 2 fucking football games, and they dealt with last week too. It's like, yeah, y'all ratings is terrible.
I mean, look at who played last week. I don't give a fuck what day it was. Wasn't nobody gonna get washed up over that game. But this week, some tell me like, even though it's the Patriots and the Chiefs, I think more people. Nah, I take that back. More people gonna watch the Patriots and the Chiefs because
I
everybody
think they
knows
would
that.
if Cam was there, because this is probably going to be
Because
like
look,
that.
everybody knows Atlanta gonna blow the fucking game. So why waste your time?
Don't say that. Atlanta gonna win, okay?
Look, dude,
I ain't trying to do these
I don't
burpees.
know. I don't know how many burpees you gonna have to do, but you gonna have to do them, motherfucker.
Oof.
I only gotta do
A-Ron,
50, which ain't that bad.
Aaron, Aaron is gonna put up like 60 fucking points on this goddamn defense.
It's like, see, so y'all got a losing streak, huh?
Like
I'm telling you,
that's
it's
definitely
Matt Ryan's time to shine, man. He gonna go off in that game.
okay.
Julio back.
And I hope he do because I got his wide receiver Gage. I hope
Yeah.
he do, and I hope he throw four fucking touchdowns to Gage so I can beat Erod. I don't care about no other games in the season. I just
Oh yeah, he is playing too.
Erod.
Yeah, he got cleared. He's out of concussion protocol, so he is playing.
Yeah, and I don't think Julio gonna be back, right? I ain't heard nothing about Julio.
Julio was gonna be back, and I'm hoping Ridley is in the game because they said he got an ankle problem.
Yeah,
And
really,
like,
really
this
might
is
not play.
just my luck, man. Like my season was going pretty good until this 4th week. It just decided.
You talking about holding 1L? Seriously?
Hey, you know how hard it is in this damn league.
No, I'm holding 4 L's. This is my worst season.
And you gonna be the second player to win in the ways you win. Because I don't know who the fuck be thinking about the stuff that they do on our fantasy league.
Hey, look, I just want to tell you a couple of stats, right? I got a 62% win rate. I'm 72 and 43 right now. 72 and 43 and 0, right? I won. It's only 2 years that no, it's really just 1 year because 2 years. 2017 and 2018, I didn't place. All the other years, I placed either first, second, or third. This year, I'm 13th. I'm not coming back. If I come back from this, man, y'all look. If I come back from this, we ain't playing fantasy football next year because
He's gonna retire on a good note.
obviously something wrong with y'all ass.
And I'm always talking to Drew and them like, how do you be? Because he'll show me other leagues that he playing in when he doing solid. And I'm like, so what happened here, man? We drafted wrong. You the guy that set up the draft. How you draft wrong?
Hey, but I am gonna tell you it's a nice little percentage that I am gonna come back because
I know.
Michael Thomas got to come back at some point in the
I already know. If I haven't seen it before, then I'll be like, oh no, nigga, it ain't happening. But I've already seen it.
If I can get Michael Thomas and Chris Godwin back, oh y'all fuck. Especially with Tom Brady throwing 5 touchdowns, y'all fuck. Y'all gonna
You saw Mike Evans flew back in that game too. Mike Evans was like, "Oh, I'm hurt. No, I'm coming back. Don't worry. We gonna get this thing."
Hey, look, man. And I got Leonard Fournette and Jarrett McKinnon. Oh, y'all gonna be screwed. And I got two of the top, I say top 5 tight ends. I got I got Zach Ertz and Tyler Higbee.
Yeah.
But Zach Ertz ain't got a quarterback, so that's that.
I don't know what Philly gonna do. I mean, Wentz pretty decent today, but I don't know what you do after that. Because you
Look,
have no backup now.
the one time Jalen Hurts got on the field for a Wildcat spot, he bobbles the snap. Well, good to know you exist.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he was like towards the end of the game, he was in on a Wildcat player or something, and then he just immediately botched the snap. I'm like, okay, we know it. We know you there though.
We know where you stand.
Like put Wentz back out there.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just think like maybe a change of scenery can be better for Carson Wentz and Mitch Trubisky and Sam Darnold.
Oof.
But I hate when the quarterback goes somewhere else and does much better.
Why?
A lot of that. Well, for Chicago, be like, why you won't play it like that here? Because I don't think he gave him enough of a chance. Now I will say 2 years of like, hey, Mitch, we gonna get it together. It's kind of hard to take back or anything like that. So I'm
I
like,
mean, but some people, but we also have to understand like coaching do play a part in that.
yeah,
Yep.
Like if you not like no one comes into the league Aaron Rodgers.
I
No
know.
one comes into the league, motherfucking Brett Favre. No one comes into the league as the top quarterback is Russell Wilson or something like that. Look how many teams passed up on Russell Wilson.
Yeah, true.
Hey,
And Seattle's like, thank you. We'll take that.
the same thing. Look how many teams passed up on DK Metcalf.
Seattle. Yeah, we'll take that. Thank you.
You know, like so it's like not everybody gonna come in, but you gotta have the right mentoring and the right coaching to go along with it. So
They like the NBA where you could just have random coach on the sideline, but you have all the talent in the world and they could just run the damn game.
Yeah.
yeah,
Warriors.
exactly.
He'd think that was happening with Eric Spoelstra when he had LeBron and Wade, but he proved that this year he proved that he could
Uh,
with that one.
or he became a coach after that.
See, I'd say 3 years back when they was the lowest seeded, or I think they was like second lowest in the East. And then the whole second half, they just made that monster push to the playoffs and got in. That's where I think I said, okay, he's a coach. Like
Yeah,
not many people do that.
he definitely proved me wrong. There's a few coaches that came in where it's like, I don't think you got it. Like I told people, I love Kerr from the Bulls, but I don't think he's built for coaching, to be honest. And if this year didn't prove it, I don't know what will. And I think he got away
I
with it
mean, but
just
see, you gotta have players to do anything too. You know,
he's in what?
you still gotta. He had three of his best players out.
Yeah, but you know he took that team from Mark Jackson, who made it what it is pretty
Yep.
much. So
Yeah, but when Mark Jackson was there, they had a bench. They ain't got a bench right now.
I
Well, they
mean,
got a bench. They just ain't got nobody worth.
why didn't they get why did they have a bench in the first place? Because they traded for who? KD. You got damn near
They
get rid
traded for KD. They signed KD in free agents.
You think so they got KD for pretty much nothing?
Yeah, he signed for as a free agent.
Yep.
They just traded for that boy.
Oh no, that was definitely free agency. Because they immediately made sure when he got to the arena for his meeting, Curry, Clay, all of them was there that day. It's like, no, you just don't happen to be there. No, they recruiting you.
Yep. Just like with DeAndre Jordan when they put the chair up under his door and then they regretted it because his ass sucked. So they still wind up trading to the team that he was trying to go to any goddamn way. That's some fucked up shit. Lob City was a fucking disgrace at the end.
Oh man, but at the beginning, that was some of the best basketball to watch. It could be the worst games all night, and you get that one Clippers game. Like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm at least gonna be entertained. Shit.
Yeah,
True.
I'm glad for Lob City because after a while I started watching Blake Griffin's post game, and I'm like, oh, bro, you really don't have a post game. That's why you do the lobbing. Okay, I got you. I never knew it until I actually watched them.
You never knew he didn't have a post game?
No, because he usually high flying, so I never really thought about it.
Like
But
they
then I
literally,
have a
like
post game, and
he literally got
it
drafted
was
that high because
garbage.
he literally got drafted that high because of his athletic ability.
Yeah,
Not
I,
because, not because he was good, because his athletic ability.
I watched him like, what is you doing?
Like if
He
his
got
That's
better
brother,
why
over
you
time.
played in the post.
yeah, he
Like
got
now
better
he
over
on
time. Yeah,
yeah, when he got to Detroit, it's like now you actually got to learn how to do some things
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
yeah. Like
he definitely improved his game.
he is a more athletic version than his brother. If he didn't have the jumping ability, he would have been his brother. Y'all remember his brother?
I was about to ask you, who's his brother?
Exactly. And his brother played basketball. So,
Yeah, man.
you know, I look, when he first came into the league, I didn't even know this motherfucker had a twin. I think it was a twin or he like a year younger. I didn't even know. Then they was talking about his brother one day and then they showed a clip of him playing. I'm like, yeah, turn it off. Turn it off. Just turn it off. We don't need to see no more. We don't need to see no more. It's over with. But yeah, man, look, man, since we on basketball, a lot of people did not like me, which I don't understand why people didn't like when I said this because LeBron fanboys do it all the time. When Jimmy got traded from the Bulls, I said I'm going wherever Jimmy go. Right? The Bulls is still my team, but when he went to Minnesota, I was rooting for Minnesota. When he went to Philly, I was rooting for Philly. So I'm rooting for Miami now. But if Jimmy don't care, right? So, but people get mad when I say that he's one of the great all stars. I'm not gonna say goats, but one of the great all stars slash superstars. Oh, he ain't no superstar. When this motherfucker came into the league, all he knew how to do was play defense and dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He literally he's the definition of started from the bottom. Now I'm here because he didn't have no jump shot, none of that. He'll get up in the post, he'll do a little quick post fade, or he'll just try to overpower you and dunk on you. But now he got damn near the full package.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll never forget. The greatest story I ever read was when he took the third string team on the T Wolves and whooped the first team's ass with them. That was the funniest thing I ever heard. It was like, yeah, you don't need to be here.
And he played center so he can be teamed up against Karl Anthony Towns the whole time.
I'm sorry, Carl Anthony Towns is fucking garbage.
Yeah, he
I'm
played
sorry.
Fortnite all the goddamn day
This man get a max contract.
because of his athletic ability.
It's the ways of the NBA nowadays. When you more than just a big man in the NBA nowadays, they gonna pay you good money.
But is he more than just a big man?
Pretty much.
No, he's
Every
not.
every a lot of almost every big man I know in the league right now don't play the big man spot. They don't.
I still say
They,
the big man died with Shaq and Dwight Howard. That was the last
yeah,
time I
they
saw a big
definitely
man.
did, and I think that's why Lakers gonna win because of something like the Dwight Howard, where you gonna have
No,
this is
because
what I made for,
Bam
and this is
played
what I
big
can.
man. Bam
That's
played
true.
big man, but the thing is,
He
Bam
does,
is
but
out there right
he's still small.
now. But see, big man don't mean you gotta have a big body. You know what I'm saying? Like, big man is a mentality. The Denver Nuggets Joker, he was pretty good at it. It's just he was slow with it. Like by the time he recognized what was going to get ready to happen in the post, sometimes when I watched, it was too late. It was already happening. Like you could see he recognized it, but he already made his move. You screwed.
Mm-hmm.
You let him make his move.
And Denver with Jamal Murray and Jokic, that's some of the best drafting. I don't think anybody saw the bubble performances like that. And I don't think no one saw that coming. That was
AK, the new president of the Bulls, did. He saw it. I mean, he, he, that's what gives me hope about this Bulls team. Like, but if he would have kept Jim Boylan, I probably still wouldn't have been watching the Bulls next year because it's like Jim Boylan. He was like, well, he was one of those people that was, it's my team. You're gonna do what I say, or you're not gonna do anything. Oh yeah, you going when you got a rookie, Daniel Gafford. He didn't just outright like just diss him, but he kind of like outright dissed him. Like he's like, well, I had better coaches in college. Like when this man telling you that you ain't better than his college coach, that's that's something. And then it's a rookie. That's something to say. That's something to say.
Ugh, man. I
When
mean,
matter of fact, go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, Denver made the smartest move of it. With Jokic, they made the smartest move of anyone because that year Jokic was like straight up said, "I'm going back. I'm going back to Europe." And then Denver called him and said, "We guarantee we will pick you at 40." And they did. No, everybody ignored him because if he went back, he got drafted, and then he went back to Europe anyway for that year. He was the MVP of that league. He would have been like first, maybe in the top 10 at that point.
Yeah,
That was one of the smartest things Denver ever did. They said, "No, we will draft you. Like we don't care where everyone else is at. We're going to draft you at this point." And they did, and they stuck, and they lived up to it. And look what happened.
yeah. I can't. The draft is November 18th. I kind of can't wait. This is going to be the first NBA draft that I watch since I want to say 13, 2013, 12 or 13. It was one of them years. It was 12 because me and Ashley weren't together yet. So yeah, it was 2012. I'm gonna watch it. I mean, I kind of hope that the big guy from Memphis fall down to us. Uh, he can play center, move Wilson, Carter Jr. Over to power forward. Uh, in my eyes, I always viewed Lurie Markkinen as a small forward because I just think he's a small forward.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's gonna be trade bait. Like Laurie Markin, I hate to say it, it feels like he's been on the trade block the last year.
yeah, because we had an incompetent ass motherfucking front office. But I think that if they get Wiseman, that's his name.
Yep, him.
If we get Wiseman, and then like it's not a big three, it's a big four because like Kobe White, Zach, Laurie. No, it's a big five because Wilson Carter Jr. He gonna put his points up too. So it's like that's good. And then you got Daniel Gafford coming up off the bench. Now that is where they really gonna have to focus on. They're gonna have to build a bench because this bench that we got right now is not going to be that good. Otto Porter is not going to want to come up off of the bench. I'm surprised Thad has been coming up off of the bench.
I think he trade bait anyway because he's down his last year.
Yeah, I mean, who you gonna trade for?
That's the thing. Honestly, if I'm the Bulls, free agency shows up, I ain't doing a damn thing until next year because that list is ridiculous. That list for next year, free agency is insane.
But do you think 1 year of the right direction is going to be enough
Yeah.
for to bring free agents to the city?
That's the thing. It's
The only way I think that we're going to be able to get free agents, and this is crazy as shit, I think we're going to have to go back and get Derrick Rose. I think
I think that's the right thing to
if
do.
we bring Derrick Rose back, I think free agents would be like, oh, okay, so now they trying to right the ship. Now they trying to right it. So let's see what they do. So I think IFA. I definitely make that trade for Derrick Rose, bring him back. I don't know. I know it's not going to be welcomed real good if he come off the bench in Chicago, but fans will have to understand he's coming off the bench.
Right, yeah. That's not starter role. Although he can, but it's not starter roles.
I saw a lot of people saying, would you try to trade Thad and Otto to OKC for Chris Paul? And I'm like,
Mm,
although Chris Paul on this team would probably Eastern Conference Finals against Miami, uh, from what I've seen from Kobe, like I think you kind of got to give him the keys to the Maserati. Like
yep.
you got to give him the keys to the Maserati, and you got to let him go. But like if you can get uh, a veteran point guard that's still solid. I don't even really know who out there because I ain't gonna lie, I stopped watching basketball for a while. But if you get a veteran point guard that's solid and that he don't mind coming off the bench, I can see that working. I
Well,
wouldn't mind, huh?
rumor has it is Oladipo wants out of the Pacers anyway. That's another guy that's possibly out there.
Yeah, Oladipo got to drop him another CD. That last CD was fire. I ain't gonna lie, that last CD was fire. Uh, but who you give up for Oladipo?
Yeah, I don't know. Is he? He ain't a free agent this season or this.
No, I think he up on the contract for like another year or two.
Yeah, because I think he just wants out of Indiana,
I
from
mean,
what people have been
don't
saying.
want out of Indiana. Shit, I lived 15 miles away from the border and wanted out of Indiana. I mean, I'm probably gonna go back because these taxes is just fucking
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah,
But yeah, but because he they top player, they ain't finna just let his ass just go.
Ugh,
They ain't
I
finna
mean,
let
for the
him just
Bulls,
go.
the fourth pick, I don't know about
Oh
that.
hell no,
No,
no. Like they can get next year first because it's gonna suck. but but no, I'm not. I doubt AK trade away any draft capital. Uh, I'm kind of against trading away draft capital now. The Bears taught me a lot about draft capital,
yeah,
and it's not good. So, trading away all those first round picks for Jay Cutler, just for him to throw a whole bunch of picks,
that's the one reason I'm watching this draft, or the NBA draft this or in November. Those first three, 4 picks, you don't know what nobody, you don't know what's gonna happen because it's a weird draft. Ain't nobody knows who the first man is.
Look, I like. Oh, we know who the first man is.
Okay, 2 through 4, I'd say is probably where it
Who
gets
you,
interesting.
who you think the first man is?
What's that dude's name? Not LaMelo. It's the other dude before him.
I think it's gonna be the shooting guard from Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'll shoe in for number one. I mean, because it's
LaMelo
Minnesota.
gonna be a part of this one.
Huh?
You said LaMelo gonna be a part of this one.
Nah. LaMelo. Oh yeah, LaMelo is coming out this year, but
Yep.
I think see, and I'm hoping that LaMelo do not fall to 4.
I hope not.
I'm praying he don't fall to 4. I know Golden State has what, 3 or 2?
2. They're the second pick.
So Golden State is 9 times out of 10 is going to trade back. I hope whoever trade with Golden State trade to get LaMelo because I do not want see what they don't understand is
I just can't deal with the dad, man.
like no, see, and that's what I'm saying. Like these Chicago motherfuckers will roll up on his son just to get him here. But like, I hope it's not LaMelo. I saw Killian Hayes or however you say his name. Uh, I kind of, I really want James Wiseman. I
That's
want,
the one that everyone has in the first mock draft. A lot of people had him.
and then you got the Danny dude, but the Danny dude, he look like somebody that we gonna have to wait like maybe 2 years for. Like he look like an upgraded Denzel Valentine, which we know how Denzel Valentine panned out. So and
That's
then,
the thing. Go ahead. My bad.
no, go ahead.
With the Wiseman guy, they say offense is it's up to par. Defense, that's where he struggles. That's what they keep saying in in the mock drafts. He struggles on defense. That's the big issue with him. But it's like fine.
The shooting guard name is Anthony Edwards.
Yeah,
And then I saw a lot of people saying that the Bulls should take Obi Toppin. Okay, now first off, I don't really care about age, but Obi Toppin is kind of old to be a prospect. I think he's 24. And he only 6'9". Like we already have 2 6'9" big men. We need somebody up over 7. And I think that's James Wiseman. Then you got LaMelo Ball and Danny Adavija. I don't know. I don't know.
is he that European dude? Like one of the
Danny,
few they're talking about?
Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Tel Aviv. He's from Jerusalem. Or
Honestly, I think Wiseman may go to the Warriors because that's the one position they don't have. If they really need it.
I don't need that negativity right now.
I don't think they even need it. It's like they about shooting anyway. It's like, do you really need a center? No, they play small ball anyway.
Exactly. But I think they're going to trade back because I think they wanted another backup like point guard or whatever. I think it should have been against the law for Golden State to fall in the top 5 anyway. Uh, for the simple fact we all know what they're gonna fucking do next year because their people was injured.
Are you sure that's what's gonna happen next year?
Positive.
I was gonna say Clay looked pretty good up in training camp.
If it don't happen,
you want to make a bet?
It sounds like
I just want to know if it don't happen, what happens?
Curry's gone.
I just wanted to make sure that was the thing because it just proves that you didn't really need him in the first place. You just needed the scores that you had.
They could have had a stick figure there as a coach, and they still would have won a damn championship.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do some look up on some of these top names. I already know about Danny. I already know about Anthony. I already know about LaMelo. Even though I never watched none of his shit, I already know about him.
Watch this stuff. He's alright.
Yeah, but the thing is, he played over in Croatia.
The youngest one, right? That's the middle one, right?
No, that's the youngest one. The middle one was trash.
What's the middle one name? I forgot his name now.
What's the first one name?
The first one is
Lonzo,
LaMelo,
and trash.
I forgot Charlotte is the third pick. I straight up forgot it was them.
Wiseman definitely ain't following us.
Oh no, you're gonna hate this. Trust me. The 17.0, whatever this number is, mock draft has us getting LaMelo. Nope. Yeah.
Knowing us,
I can't do it.
Probably will get him. We'll probably be comfortable with him too.
Honestly, I kind of thought Stroh would get him because MJ is like, you big name. I could use that over here.
No, see, the only reason why Michael Jordan would draft LaMelo is to invite his dad to camp and bust his ass.
That's what I was thinking.
Like
he got shorts on under the suit.
like Jordan actually practiced with them still, and they like he'd be out there busting their ass. I mean, I don't know how you let a 50-plus-year-old man bust your ass. Well, I can't say nothing. This old school used to bust our ass sometimes.
You think
Yeah, because LaMelo gonna roll up there. He gonna be like, "It's like, hey, heard you can't play, old man." He gonna be, "What you say?" Let's go.
Oh man.
Oh man, yeah, but see, Charlotte can also go. Yeah, I think Charlotte probably gonna pick him up.
Because they need the scoring. I can see that.
But see, that's
Okay, they need a lot of things, but
Lamelo ain't really a scorer from what I understand. He's more of a facilitator. He's like
I
kind
thought
of
he
like
was
Chris Paul.
more of a, I know.
He kind of like Chris Paul. He
No,
is
I thought
scorer, but
Bron was
he
more
has.
the facilitator.
No.
I for sure thought LaMelo was more the scorer. He's more
Leangelo,
aggressive.
Leangelo, that's the other one.
I
That
knew he had. Yeah, he made some dumbass names up, boy. It's just hell no, man.
yeah,
Something, man.
Lamelo's more of a playmaker.
Yeah.
yeah, but don't he average like 6 assists or some shit like that?
I
Ooh,
mean,
I
I'm
don't know.
coming along with it, but
I think he averaged a nice little amount of assists.
for the most part, I think he's more active on scoring than But I know he can do the. He definitely got a decent passing game.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd be perfectly okay if we got Obi Toppin.
Man, I'm tired of these 6'9" big men. Like I'm tired of it. Like you should not have a center that's below 6'10".
Sometimes it work out well, like a PJ
Everybody going
Tucker,
small ball
like
now. This is the crazy
58.
thing.
Yeah, but then you do see it now.
But you gotta look at who our head coach is right now, right?
True.
The only time that motherfucker had small big men was when he had Joakim Noah and Al Horford. And Joakim Noah 6'10".
Right.
So I don't
Obi
know.
Toppin is projected to go to the Cavs right after us. Actually,
I can see that.
yeah. Well, Cavs they need. Okay, let's just be honest. Cavs could use anything.
The Cavs need a new state. I mean, all they got is a point guard with a nice little amount of promise. Other than that, where's Kevin Love gonna go next year? Think he retires?
I think someone gonna dunk on him. That's how he retires because he almost got retired like 5 times this year.
See, he should have never went to Cleveland, man. He should have never went to Cleveland.
But if he
He
didn't
got
go, he
a,
wouldn't have run his
he got a
ring.
ring out of it, so I guess I can't say it was a complete failure for him.
I mean, it's
But I would have retired after that.
He went from being one of the top players in the league to being the dude who should be handing motherfuckers they Gatorade.
And on that note, for me, I'm gonna sign out, man. I gotta be up early tomorrow. But I appreciate the time with you guys.
We can sign out right now. We're gonna see how this first
y'all still having a good back and forth, so
we can't just have one person sign out and we still be talking.
Yeah, what you mean? That's where good conversation come from. I'm gonna be mad that I didn't get a part of it.
And that's why we gonna wait. It's gonna start right on back up next time we all on.
Yep, works for me.
Y'all will definitely catch us again. Appreciate the time. It was a good first one, although I think we can touch on the other games
Yeah, I mean, it's a first time we record, but
Exactly.
It seemed like it's just like when we at the basketball court talking and
Yeah,
shooting shit. So I mean, you know,
yeah. That's why it's worked so well.
yeah.
Yep.
But hopefully all of this uploads. I want y'all to like, subscribe. I'm also gonna put this on Facebook too, just in case it don't go on YouTube.
Yeah.
But tell us what y'all think about this.
Comment,
Like right now.
subscribe, and share, all the good stuff.
Yeah. And on that note, because we have been on for a while, holla at y'all later.
Peace out, y'all.
All
All
right.
right, later, bro.
All right.